there's a lot of things that parents don't know about different processes, different schools, requirements, whatever the case may be. So having that structure, having kind of the roadmap already there, but also changing that roadmap as you go, because I think she's changed a few schools. She's looking at things a bit differently, positioning her to where she's most comfortable and has the best opportunity to excel at. We probably wouldn't have got there this quickly. I think we would have dropped the ball on a lot of things, missed deadlines, essays not being thoroughly
I
checked.
think working with a college counselor directly is definitely much easier because, at school I'm surrounded by people like, oh, my mom read my essay and didn't like it and wants me to change this. And then my teacher read it and said this. And like, you have so many contrasting opinions that just makes the process so much harder. It's much easier to talk to, one expert about it and get all the intel you need. Keeps you very organized and coordinated throughout that entire process when senior year might be a little overwhelming with a lot of different things going on in your life.
Having the weekly calls, having questions back and forth, getting second and third opinions, figuring out what schools look for what, the intel behind it, the structure, keeping her motivated throughout the process. That was probably the biggest win for me.
It's definitely giving me direction. I think, per se, that I'm a great writer and things like that, but when it comes to college essays, you really do need that guidance, I believe, on what colleges are looking for or what I, could overlook that could be super essential to the essay writing process or, topic wise, things that I, didn't initially think to make such a big emphasis on, or portions such as additional writing areas where I would glance over, but Tyler really, gave me that guidance to add information there and different parts about my life that I could better convey to colleges. This experience really gives you perspective. I know going into it, my parents were very, very anti out of state. They only knew about a certain amount of colleges, and it's like you kind of have this natural bias of just, the environment you're in and like what you hear and what schools you hear about. So getting to work with a college counselor that's, well versed in many different universities and colleges opens your mind to more options, opened my parents' mind to more options.
College is so difficult to just pick one school and assume you're going to go there, especially if it's a top tier school. I mean, luckily we were able to get into UT, but had we not, we were still fully prepared to go to some of the backup options that we never would have thought about.
I think it's a great tool, during such a pivotal point in your life. It helped me with my relationship with my mom and dad as well because I had Tyler to kind of hound me on all the college portion and, keeping up with deadlines, etc. So I don't, that tension is kind of relieved from my parents.